I know you also talked to former Browns defensive lineman Robaire Smith about Jim Schwartz. What do you have to say about that and that offense, or defense rather?
Yeah, Robaire is one of my all-time favorites. So I was glad to be able to, connect with him again because he had valuable, I thought, insight into Jim Schwartz. And he just echoed the importance of the defensive line and how that's something that Schwartz relies on. He said you cannot ignore the D tackles. They're such a big piece of this defense. And he thought that Schwartz will press Andrew Berry to go get new D tackles. He thinks Myles Garrett, I think he said scary is how he could be in this scheme. He said, well, how many sacks has he had? I said, well, he has 16 the last 2 years. He goes, I see him getting 20 without thinking about it. He just thinks he can excel because the scheme is, he said, you just let loose. Schwartz wants his players let loose. He wants them to play, doesn't want them to think too much. And I think that's what Myles Garrett's dying to do, right? Just go get the quarterback coming off the edge wide. The wider you get, he thinks it makes it tougher to double team Myles, which we obviously see him double teamed more than anybody in the league. So he just thinks it's a great fit for him. And then the key is to go find the pieces around Myles Garrett to make the front four like the rest of the front four Schwartz has had throughout his career.
Yeah, and I think letting loose is what a lot of those defensive players want. They just want to be let loose and to get after it.